Hello everyone. Hello, my office. Hello, this is Baker. We are spring machine manufacturer. Our site today here showcase two machines. For this one, this is a sellers, and this one another sellers. Today, let me introduce two sellers for this and this. For middle size, for heavy duty. Okay, we are spring machine manufacturer. Firstly, I'm a baker, export sales manager. We are manufacturer in Dongguan, spring machine manufacturer in Dongguan City. Okay, here's my contact information, our basic information. Manufacturer, making, our machine to making various type of springs and the wire forming products, and the springs in different types for regular or compression spring, extension spring, torsion, double torsion springs. We are spring machine manufacturer, export with export permit over 60 years, and our machine has reached over 32 countries and regions. This is my contact information in Dongguan, South China, very close to just 70 minutes from our factory to Guangzhou International Airport, within 75 minutes from our factory to Canton to Guangzhou International Airport. This is my contact information. And this machine for the heavy duty. Okay, this is my contact information. I show you around. Firstly, over 20 years experience. I show you around our workshop for assembly, very type of spring machine to make the spring. This is using for this one using for, and the tail made the deep blue, we and this the work panel. So this camera's suspension, the slider suspension outside behind this the server. So this is for 0.3 to 1.6 millimeter. Make extension springs, torsion, double torsion springs, and the wire forming products. Okay, show you around. Firstly, show you around for our machines. This our workshop. Show you around, and this one in learning for sampling, For here's some of the sliders is MPT. This is a slide to be fixed on the tool holder. This has the tool holder on side. One pair high wind linear guideway, one pair high wind linear guideway. The manual, this is the manual for different tasks. For the bigger tasks, then we're extended to increase the space to turn it around. So this one for regular springs, for extension, torsion, and double torsion, and the operating system. Here's the operating system for the computer Philips. For the computer Philips, and this presently we get the order, then doing the sampling according. Clients will give us one or two tasks for sampling purpose. and make the inspection by the sampling picture, clear sample pictures or by videos. This one whole set machine including behind the main machine is the wire feeder. The wire feeder for the long wire, for the flat strip, for rectangle, for square wire. But the most majority feeding, most majority goes running for the long wire. Here's a one. This eight handle. 1, 2, 3, 8 handle. Different tasks, different complexity. The simple task maybe just need two or four handle join the task. For more complicated, more tasks, more handle will join this program. Then this is the structure, the tools base, the layer, highway linear guideway. This semicircle, 180 degrees is enough. The sliding distance, the bigger the slide distance, this is 34 cent. This diameter 34 millimeter. Here's in the center a hole for a long wire to moving forward, the wire moving forward and sometimes backward. Then the tools push the wire in different directions. This is a continuous movement. Once one product made out, then the cutoff the job on the basket. One product. So once one product made out, cut off one piece. It's continuous wire feeding. Behind the work panel, the whole set machine with the wire decoil, the work panel. Behind the work panel, the tools behind the work panel, we call it the wire feeding tools. And in front of the work panel, the task forming tools. So different tasks, different lineup of the tasks. Tasks, different position and different to touching the space. This is a wearable part. If for example, if the wear out, it can to adjust its length to take out to make it sliding ahead. So this is the forming tools. Okay, and then here's the operating system. Here's the operating system. Okay, make a close up the tools. The tools operating system X1 to X8 and the spinner wire locally. This is active. Total 11 axes. And here's English Chinese style and the different. Here's the record of the other amendments for the parameters to every line, every moment. So here's operating system, Chinese, English. For more, we sold a lot to the American countries. Then goes customized the operating system in Spanish or Russian for the North Asia or East Europe by Russian. Okay, this one is separate. And the list and different purpose and the different appearance of the machine have a different function. We do nowadays we do a lot of by the task tailor-made solutions. We provide the tailor-made solutions, and the clients send us the drawing. Then we provide the customized solution for the material. As mostly material is the long wire circles. The material, the long wire circles. Meanwhile, the most majority is the long wire. This is iron. To one stop, bending this one in one stop. One stop to make it, one stop to make this. Iron, stainless steel, carbon steel. Also to process different metal as like copper, bronze, aluminum, and the different alloys for a special using field, different purpose. For the long wire, this is the most majority of the long wire. With machine also process, handling the flat strip, rectangle, square wire, and the flat strip. Okay, let me show you from the rear view of the machine to tell how it's moving. This the wire decoil, loaded the wire roll on the disc. The wire roll on the disc then goes through the different sides. Then here's the straightener for horizontal or vertical in two directions, horizontal, vertical. Then goes to the gearbox wire feeding hub. This is the wire feeding hub. Okay, to show you a close look at the details, this we code. Show you a close look at the details. Here you can see the groove, less semicircle to bite the wire, then move it together, move it ahead, or sometimes backward. Here's this wire roll, no groove. This is a flat wire roll, and this is the two groove. This two groove. So we call it the wire feeding tools. Behind the work panel is the wire feeding tools. Behind the work panel is the wire feeding tools. Here's the specification, and the list is 2 millimeter. This one 2 millimeter, but usually this at present day is running for this groove is in working, and this is just showcase on this. Okay, this is the heart of the machine, wire feeding hub, 4 pair feeding rollers. For sometimes we just need if the wire is small, maybe we just need use 2 pair feeding rollers for the task as like 2 millimeter or minus. Here's the wire feeding. Behind the work panel, the wire feeding tools usually including wire feeding tools, including the feeding roller and the guiding plate. Feeding roller and the guide plate. Wire feeding tools. And this is the work panel. This the work panel. In front of the work panel, we code the spring forming tools or task forming tools. So in front of the worker panel, and here's the crane, the height pad. We can extend it to seek more space for a larger project, for a larger task. Here's a height pad, and here's a spinner, Presently, this machine 4 axes. Take a close look at the extended length, the manger, extended manger. Okay, this to bend this bar at least about 6 to 9 pieces per minute. 6 to 9 pieces per minute. This one iron this mostly used for making extension spring torsion and double torsion spring. Also, the wire forming products for irregular at shape according to the client's drawing. So here's the tools in different shapes, quite bigger, and the cutter, and this by the tools. This is made of the tool steel in rectangle or in square to grind it its surface, grind the surface at very, very soft and smooth. Okay, next I'll show you some more of our machines. This is our workshop. We are manufacturer. All our land, all our machines are the CNC type, automatic, new one. We do not have the old machine. All our machines are the new one. We exported over 32 countries and regions. Over 20 years, our factory with history over 20 years, and export over 60 years. With the export permit, we do export sales by our own way, by ourselves. We have the export permit with the banking, the foreign currency account, US dollar, euro, and the overseas RMB. So we can receive the payments in US dollar, overseas RMB, and the euro. Okay, and also the paying way, we accept the pay way as TT and the cash, and going the trade terms like FOB Shenzhen or CIF, the local CIF of clients local main ocean port, and the X work if the clients have warehouse or distributor or shipping agent in China, we can also quote it as term X work from China to send the machine to your China agent, to your China shipping agent. Okay, so the trade terms as FOB Shenzhen, CIF terms, and export terms to send the machine according to your request, and paying us US dollar, euro, and overseas RMB, also by the cash. So this one, we have the same series as like this. This one, with same series. This is in the mid, the one. In the mid, the one. So show you to make almost everything you may interested for a regular or a special. 6 models. List with wire lottery. The baseline with wire lottery. Then the upper line without wire lottery. For different feeding wire maximum. This is one of our advantages solution. By this machine, bending, conveyor belt, eyelet link, spiral wire mesh. For conveyor belt, for chocolate coating chain, for eyelet, for eye link belt, for spiral wire mesh. Meanwhile, let me introduce this one, heavy duty. For agricultural purpose, this is using for making springs for heavy duty springs and wire forming products. For example, the agriculture spring tie, leg tie for the harvester for the store better. Spring tie, leg teeth, torsion spring, double torsion spring. This using agriculture and automobile suspension spring, anti-vibration, absorb springs for torsion, double torsion springs. This machine key kilometers. So the wire rotary spring forming machine with 5 main parts, main system. The work panel, the chassis, the operator interface, and the cabinet chamber with wire rotary and the wire feeding, and the wire decoil, wire feeder, and the tools, mode, length, the running type. Divided by the running type, we have the spring coiling machine and the spring forming machine. For the forming machine, for the spring forming machine, wire goes to from rear to front. Wire goes to from rear to front. This we call the forming machine. 2, 5 main system for a spring CNC spring machine. Work panel, the chassis, the operate system interface, the cabinet for chamber holding, wire rotary and the wire feeding, and the wire decoil. So here's the using field, like the tent can, ground stake, for the chaperon, for the pet stake, for agriculture, leg tie, leg teeth. So it's a lot of products can be made for using in every field of our daily life. This is our workshop for spring forming machine assembly. We are mid-sized spring machine manufacturer. This is our workshop. This is our workshop. Spring forming machine assembly. We learning as machine, mostly the models of our machine, no stock. We get the order, learn, study, installing the machine, take 2 or 3 weeks for installing, learn, put our tools, go sampling. We'll demonstrate the sampling and take picture for clear pictures, send it to the clients for the as inspection purpose. And sometimes the clients will come to our factory for a free using training. Take several days for free using training. The rear view for the camelist spring forming machine. This tailmade clip snap using in agricultural purpose, in greenhouse, implantation. For the floating China clip, for snaps in agriculture or construction site. So here's our machine with wire rotary. This series with wire rotary for somewhat complicated tasks. This is a package bending the flat strip into constant force, spiral spring, wind-up springs. The main machine, rear view, high frequency heating equipment. High frequency heating equipment. Rear view of the machine, the full set machine, including the wire decoil and the main machine. Constant force, wind up, using a mechanical watch. Tape measure, car seat, self belt. All that we can make, we have the machine to make every of land. If you have the same or similar one, send me your inquiry, send me your request. I will give several machine models for your pickup, for your choosing. Exchanger springs, 3 big groups as end by loops, by hook, or by eyelets. We are spring machine manufacturer. All our machines are CNC type. New one. We do not have the second hand. We do not have used the machine. All our machines are CNC new machine. And this using for the very small flat strip bending balance spring, hair spring using in mechanical watch, imprecise mechanical watch, hairspring, balance spring. Here's you may interested 3 general model for compression spring. Feeding wire length 0.07 to 2 millimeter for the wire thickness. 3 models for your children, 2 axes or 4 axes. Okay, if you have some more questions, this is some of the free asked questions. And to introduce it, our policy or our habit doing foreign business with clients from all over the world. To introduce it, our conditions and our habits and our ability. Free ask questions. If you're interested, we can send you this one at my WhatsApp, at my WeChat, please. We can provide you the skillful, experienced foreign import assistance with over 60 years experience for the foreign trade, for the export our machines, over 60 years. And reached country and regions over 32. So our machine process the material metal, mostly as steel, stainless steel, and the second majority as iron, copper, bronze, aluminum, and different alloys. And our machine for the feeding wire in shape, the majority long circles, and the second majority is the flat strip, as well for rectangle, square, oval, segment less than semicircle. Here's reference with over 32 countries and regions. And our main markets are Turkey, Thailand, India, Mexico, and Vietnam. Turkey, India, Thailand, Vietnam, Mexico. Okay, 5 big markets: Turkey, India, Vietnam, Mexico, Thailand. Turkey, Vietnam, India, Thailand, Mexico. Our workshop, our CNC spring forming machine for the wire feeding wire length 0.2 max to 8 millimeter. Ever reached over 32 countries and regions with over 60 years experience. We can accept Euro, US dollar, and overseas RMB.